From the moment we're old enough to understand, society starts whispering in our ears, a man's success is measured by the number of friends he has. We're raised to believe that the size of our social circle defines our worth, that popularity somehow equates to fulfillment, and that being surrounded by people is the ultimate proof of success. It's a narrative so deeply ingrained that most of us never stop to question it. But let me ask you this. What if everything you've been told is wrong? What if true strength, unshakable confidence, and the kind of fulfillment that can't be taken away are not found in crowds but in solitude? What if the noise of the world has been drowning out the one voice you truly need to hear? Your own? In a world obsessed with likes, followers, and constant connection, solitude is often misunderstood. It's seen as loneliness, as a sign of failure, or even as something to be feared. But here's the truth. Solitude isn't your enemy. It's your greatest ally. It's where clarity is born, where self-awareness thrives, and where real power begins to grow. In this video, we'll dive deep into the untapped power of solitude. We'll explore how stepping away from the crowd can sharpen your mind, strengthen your resolve, and help you unlock a version of yourself you never knew existed. This isn't about isolation or cutting people off. It's about reconnecting with yourself on a level most people will never experience. So, are you ready to embrace a path that most people overlook? To discover a strength that doesn't come from others but from within? If you're ready to challenge the norms, redefine success, and uncover the hidden advantage of solitude, then this video is for you. Let's embark on this journey together and unlock the power that's been waiting for you all along. Picture this: a bustling room filled with laughter, chatter, and the clinking of glasses. On the surface, it seems like everyone is genuinely connected, secure, and happy. Yet if you look closer, you'll see the cracks, the unspoken insecurities hidden behind the smiles. Why? Because society has conditioned us to believe that happiness is directly tied to the number of friends we have, the size of our social circle, and the approval we receive from others. From an early age, we're fed this idea that being well-liked equates to success, and this belief drives us to seek validation at every turn. Social media has only amplified this illusion. People spend hours meticulously curating their online personas, chasing likes, followers, and fleeting affirmations. It's a never-ending performance, one that leaves many feeling drained and unfulfilled. Think about it. How many of those connections truly matter? How many of the people in that crowded room or on your social media feed would stand by you in your darkest hours? The harsh reality is that many of these relationships are superficial, providing momentary comfort but no lasting foundation. The constant chase for external validation is like running on a treadmill, exhausting, repetitive, and ultimately leading nowhere. True security, true confidence, and true happiness aren't found in the opinions of others. They come from something far deeper, a place of inner peace and self-acceptance that can only be reached through introspection and self-discovery. Solitude. It's a word that often gets a bad reputation. People mistake it for loneliness, imagining emptiness, disconnection, or even failure. But solitude isn't about being alone in a negative sense. It's about choosing to be with yourself intentionally. It's about stepping away from the noise of the world to reconnect with your inner voice. Loneliness and solitude may seem similar, but they couldn't be more different. Loneliness feels hollow, like something is missing. Solitude, on the other hand, is a powerful and enriching experience. It's not an absence of connection, it's a shift in focus from external distractions to internal reflection. History is filled with examples of great thinkers, innovators, and leaders who discovered the transformative power of solitude. From philosophers like Nietzsche to creative minds like Leonardo da Vinci, moments of solitude allowed them to dream, reflect, and create. These quiet spaces became the crucible for their most groundbreaking ideas. When you embrace solitude, you create room to confront your fears, process your thoughts, and wrestle with big ideas. It's in these moments that you can truly hear your own voice, unfiltered, untainted, and authentic. Solitude is where growth happens, where clarity is born and where you discover what truly matters. So ask yourself, are you ready to step off the treadmill of social validation and embrace the incredible power of solitude? Are you ready to trade shallow connections for deeper self-awareness and unshakable confidence? The choice is yours, and it could change everything. The thought of solitude can be intimidating. When you're alone with your thoughts, there's no escaping them. In the silence, your insecurities and weaknesses may rise to the surface, demanding your attention. It's uncomfortable, even frightening, but this is precisely where transformation begins. When you embrace solitude, you open the door to profound growth. Facing your fears head-on allows you to understand them, dismantle them, and ultimately rise above them. In these quiet moments, you'll begin to cultivate a level of self-awareness that few ever achieve. You'll see yourself for who you truly are, flaws and all, and come to realize that these imperfections don't define you. Over time, solitude strengthens your core. Your confidence stops being tied to external factors like compliments or approval. Instead, it begins to grow from within, rooted in your understanding and acceptance of yourself. Imagine standing like a mountain, grounded, immovable, and unwavering, no matter how fiercely the winds of others' opinions may blow. That's the kind of strength solitude fosters, an inner resilience that cannot be shaken. But does embracing solitude mean shutting people out? Absolutely not. Human connection is an essential part of a fulfilling life. We thrive on relationships, but the power of solitude helps us redefine how we approach them. When you've developed inner strength through solitude, your perspective on relationships changes. You no longer chase shallow connections just to fill a void or seek validation. Instead, you approach others with confidence and authenticity, knowing that your worth doesn't hinge on their acceptance. Rather than spreading yourself thin across countless surface-level relationships, you'll prioritize meaningful connections. You'll seek depth over breadth, cherishing the company of those who genuinely resonate with your soul. These are the people who will stand by you, who will inspire you, and who will share in your journey without judgment. Through solitude, you'll come to realize that it's not the number of people in your life that matters, but the quality of those relationships. A few genuine connections can bring far more fulfillment than 1,000 superficial ones. In this realization, you'll find peace. Peace in knowing you're surrounded by authenticity, not pretense. Embracing solitude is not about loneliness or isolation. It's about discovering the power that lies within you, transforming fear into strength, and fostering relationships that truly matter. It's about finding the courage to face yourself and the wisdom to understand that your greatest ally has been with you all along. You. True confidence doesn't come from the applause of others, nor is it found in the fleeting approval we often chase. Instead, it resides in the quiet assurance that you are enough, just as you are. This kind of unwavering strength isn't gifted by the world, it's cultivated within. And one of the most powerful ways to unlock this inner confidence is by embracing solitude. Solitude isn't about withdrawing from life. It's about stepping away from the chaos to rediscover your essence. In the quiet moments, free from distractions, you find clarity. You uncover a strength that enables you to navigate life with calm, purpose, and certainty. It's in these spaces that you realize the power of self-reliance and the profound truth that you don't need external validation to feel whole. So, I challenge you to take a moment today. Step away from the noise, the endless scrolling, the constant chatter, the demands of the world. Find a quiet space where you can simply be. Reflect on who you are without the opinions of others clouding your mind. You may discover that the man you've been seeking to become, the one you hoped others would validate, has been within you all along, waiting to be acknowledged. If this perspective resonates with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you view solitude as a strength or as a challenge? Share your story in the comments below. I'm here to listen. And if this message has inspired you, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who could use a fresh perspective, and subscribe for more insights on building a fulfilling and confident life. For generations, we've been taught a specific formula for success. A man's worth, we're told, is measured by the number of friends he has, the size of his social circle, and the amount of external validation he receives. Society glorifies popularity, presenting it as the ultimate path to fulfillment. Constant companionship, endless networking, and being liked by all seem to be the goals we're supposed to strive for. But let me ask you this: is that really the truth? What if the most secure and self-assured individuals are those with the smallest social circles? What if their strength comes not from a need to be surrounded, but from their ability to stand alone when necessary? This idea challenges everything we've been taught about social success, yet it holds a profound truth. The quality of your relationships matters far more than the quantity. A few genuine, meaningful connections can nourish your soul in ways a crowd of acquaintances never will. Real fulfillment isn't about being known by many. It's about being truly understood by a few, and most importantly, by yourself. When you embrace this perspective, you'll stop chasing popularity and start building a life that's rich in authenticity and personal strength. Imagine two very different lives. One person is constantly surrounded by 100 acquaintances. Their phone buzzes endlessly with notifications, filled with lighthearted exchanges and surface-level interactions. On the other hand, another individual has just 3 true friends. These relationships are built on a foundation of trust, mutual respect, and shared understanding. Now ask yourself, who is truly richer? The answer lies in the depth, not the breadth, of connections. Shallow relationships are like a wide but shallow pond. Expansive yet incapable of providing the depth needed to sustain you during life's toughest challenges. In contrast, genuine friendships are like a deep well. They may not cover much ground, but they nourish and sustain you when you need them most. Authentic relationships have the power to transform your life. These are the connections where you can celebrate your victories without fear of envy, where you receive honest feedback that helps you grow, and where unwavering support surrounds you during your darkest moments. In the presence of such relationships, you feel truly seen, not for what you can do or provide, but for who you are. You feel valued, understood, and accepted in a way that superficial acquaintances could never offer. Having a small circle of genuine relationships doesn't limit you, it liberates you. With fewer but more meaningful connections, you create an environment where personal growth and self-awareness thrive. These relationships act as a mirror, reflecting your worth during moments of doubt, challenging you to rise when you falter, and celebrating your victories as if they were their own. But here's the important distinction. Even the strongest friendships cannot replace the security that comes from within. True confidence and strength are not dependent on external sources, not even on your closest allies. Instead, these authentic connections act as fertile ground for your inner strength to flourish. They provide support, encouragement, and perspective, but the foundation of your resilience lies within you. When your life is anchored by a few unshakable pillars, relationships that are genuine, loyal, and profound, you no longer crave the fleeting validation of the masses. You stop being swayed by trends, opinions, or shallow approval. Instead, you walk your own meaningful path, confident in who you are and supported by those who truly matter. In the end, the richness of your life is measured not by the number of people who know your name, but by the few who truly know your heart. From an early age, society teaches us that success is tied to constant connection. We're encouraged to network endlessly, maintain expansive social circles, and always stay visible. In this narrative, isolation is painted as failure, as if stepping back means falling behind. But this relentless pressure comes at a cost. It often strips us of our individuality and inner peace. True growth, however, doesn't come from following the crowd. It begins when you dare to step away and embrace who you are, even if that means walking against the tide of societal expectations. Choosing this path isn't always easy, but it leads to a life of authenticity, fulfillment, and freedom. The journey starts with self-awareness. Pause and take the time to understand yourself on a deeper level. What do you truly value? What are your desires, your goals, and your guiding principles? Without this clarity, it's easy to get swept away by the noise of others' opinions. But when you're anchored in your own self-knowledge, you become resistant to external pressures. You stop drifting aimlessly and start moving intentionally toward what truly matters to you. The next step is setting boundaries. In a world that rewards busyness, learning to say no can feel like rebellion. But every time you say yes to something meaningless, an obligation, an opportunity, or even a social event that doesn't align with your values, you're saying no to your own growth. Boundaries are not walls to keep others out. They are gateways to protect your time, energy, and focus. When you set clear limits, you reclaim your life for what truly nourishes your soul. Finally, there's the power of self-reliance. As you grow more in tune with your values and learn to protect your energy, you'll find an incredible sense of freedom. The need for external validation begins to fade. You stop making decisions based on what others expect or want from you and start living according to your convictions. This shift is transformative. It's the moment you stop being shaped by society and start shaping your own life. Walking this path may feel lonely at times, but it's also liberating. By stepping away from societal pressures, you'll discover that solitude is not a weakness, but a strength. It's a chance to rediscover yourself, prioritize what truly matters, and create a life that aligns with your deepest values. Remember, it's okay to walk a different path. True growth isn't about meeting the world's expectations, it's about becoming the most authentic version of yourself. In a world that glorifies endless networking, constant interaction, and the chase for approval, society often equates isolation with failure. This relentless pressure to conform to social norms can strip us of our individuality and inner peace, leaving us disconnected from our true selves. But here's the truth. True growth doesn't come from following the crowd. It comes from having the courage to embrace who you are, even if it means walking a path less traveled. The journey begins with self-awareness. Take the time to pause, reflect, and truly understand your values, desires, and goals. Who are you at your core? What truly matters to you? This level of self-knowledge acts as your anchor, keeping you steady against the tides of societal expectations. Without this foundation, it's easy to lose yourself in the noise, sacrificing your authenticity to meet the ever-changing demands of others. Once you've cultivated self-awareness, the next step is setting boundaries. This can be challenging in a world that constantly demands more of your time and attention, but it's essential for your growth. Learn to say no to opportunities and invitations that don't align with your values or long-term goals. Each meaningless yes is a no to something that could nurture your personal development. Boundaries are not walls. They are the framework that protects your time, energy, and peace, ensuring that your life aligns with your vision. Finally, embrace the unparalleled freedom that comes with self-reliance. As you let go of the need for external validation, you begin to make decisions based on your convictions, not on others' expectations. You'll find yourself navigating life with clarity and confidence, free from the exhausting pursuit of approval. This isn't about rejecting connection or community, it's about standing firmly in your truth while engaging with the world on your terms. When you cultivate inner strength, something remarkable happens. You become a beacon. Your quiet confidence and authenticity naturally draw others to you. These aren't superficial connections based on appearances or convenience. They're deep, meaningful relationships that resonate with your true self. People are drawn to those who exude a sense of purpose and self-assuredness because it's rare and inspiring. The ultimate measure of a secure man isn't found in his popularity or the size of his social circle. It's in his ability to face life's storms with grace, standing firm in his identity and values. This kind of strength doesn't boast or demand attention, it simply exists, steady and unshaken. So, embrace who you are and walk your path unapologetically. When you align with your true self, you not only find peace within, but also inspire others to do the same. Don't shy away from uncertainty. Step into it with courage. Use this time to push beyond your comfort zone, to explore new opportunities, and to discover what lies on the other side of fear. It's in these moments of boldness that you'll uncover hidden strengths and talents you never knew you had. Your potential isn't defined by your current circumstances or past limitations. It's found in your willingness to take risks, to challenge yourself, and to keep moving forward even when the path isn't clear. As you continue on this adventure of self-growth, remember that every leap you take brings you closer to realizing your limitless potential. You have the power to shape your future, and each step you take creates the foundation for your next big breakthrough. If this message resonates with you, stay tuned. In our next video, we'll explore more ways to embrace change and step into your greatness. Until then, be brave, trust the process, and remember, the greatest adventures start with a single step into the unknown.